What if three creamy, crunchy nuts could do more than just satisfy your cravings? What if they could actually lower your blood sugar, rebuild damaged nerves, heal your kidneys, protect your heart, and even calm inflammation at the root of insulin resistance? In this video, we're revealing three of the most underrated nuts for diabetics. One that protects the myelin sheath around your nerves like a natural shield. One that feeds your gut bacteria to restore glucose balance from the inside out. And one that's been hiding in plain sight, mistakenly feared for its carbs, yet scientifically proven to improve insulin sensitivity by over 16%. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll not only know how to eat these safely, you'll also get a simple, powerful, diabetic-friendly recipe for each one. And trust me, the last one might just surprise you. First on list, hazelnuts. Hazelnuts may be small, but for diabetics, they pack an extraordinary punch. Often tucked away in chocolates and desserts, their true potential has been buried under layers of sugar and misconceptions. But when eaten raw or dry roasted, without added oils or sweet coatings, hazelnuts become a metabolic powerhouse for people living with diabetes. With a glycemic index of just 15, hazelnuts are categorized as a very low glycemic food, meaning they cause virtually no blood sugar spike after eating. This makes them one of the safest and most stabilizing nuts for diabetics, especially when consumed as part of a balanced meal or snack. But the benefits go far deeper than just glycemic control. Let's begin with the nutritional profile. A 1-ounce serving of hazelnuts, which is roughly 21 whole kernels, provides around 178 calories, 4.2 grams of protein, 2.7 grams of dietary fiber, and an impressive 17 grams of fat, of which 13 grams are monounsaturated, the same heart-healthy fat found in olive oil and avocados. That same ounce delivers 86% of the daily value, DV, for manganese, 21% for copper, 12% for magnesium, 11% for vitamin E, and modest amounts of thiamine, B1, folate, B9, iron, and phosphorus. This specific nutrient blend is a goldmine for people with diabetes because it supports glucose metabolism, nerve protection, insulin sensitivity, and inflammation control, all key areas where diabetes does the most damage over time. What makes hazelnuts especially unique is how they act like a natural shield for the nervous system. The high vitamin E content, particularly in the form of alpha-tocopherol, acts as a fat-soluble antioxidant that guards the delicate nerve endings from oxidative stress and inflammation. Diabetic neuropathy, which causes burning, tingling, or numbness in the hands and feet, is often worsened by a lack of antioxidants in the diet. By regularly including hazelnuts, diabetics may be able to slow or even reverse some of that nerve damage by improving blood circulation and reducing the inflammatory cytokines that contribute to nerve cell breakdown. Insulin resistance, the root of type 2 diabetes, is another area where hazelnuts shine. Studies have found that the oleic acid in hazelnuts improves the function of insulin receptors on the surface of muscle and fat cells. This allows the cells to better respond to circulating insulin and absorb glucose more efficiently. In one research trial, individuals with type 2 diabetes who consumed 30 grams, a little over 1 ounce of hazelnuts daily for 12 weeks, showed a 16% improvement in insulin sensitivity, along with reductions in LDL cholesterol and total inflammatory markers, all without any significant change in body weight. That's critical, because managing blood sugar without gaining weight is often a delicate balance for many diabetic patients. Hazelnuts are also a powerful food for cardiovascular health, one of the biggest concerns in diabetes management. Diabetes doubles the risk of heart attack and stroke, in part due to elevated triglycerides, arterial plaque buildup, and systemic inflammation. Hazelnuts fight back through multiple mechanisms. The high magnesium content helps regulate heartbeat and blood pressure, while the fiber content reduces the absorption of LDL cholesterol in the gut. At the same time, compounds in hazelnut skin, such as proanthocyanidins and quercetin, support endothelial function and prevent the stiffening of blood vessels. When combined with their copper and manganese content, these compounds also protect mitochondria, the energy centers of your cells, from oxidative damage, which is especially important in the pancreas, where insulin is produced. Another lesser-known benefit of hazelnuts is their impact on fertility and hormonal balance, especially in diabetic men. The rich supply of vitamin E, selenium, and zinc in hazelnuts supports sperm health, testosterone production, and reduces DNA fragmentation. For women, the high monounsaturated fat content may support hormone regulation and reduce insulin-related disruptions in ovulation. This is especially relevant for diabetic women with polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, where insulin resistance plays a direct role in hormonal imbalances. And here's a fun fact. In ancient Roman and Celtic cultures, hazelnuts were considered symbols of wisdom and fertility. They were even used in rituals to promote clear thinking and energy. Today, we now understand that the micronutrients in hazelnuts literally fuel brain function, protect nerves, and support healthy energy metabolism, proving that ancient traditions were more scientifically accurate than we once believed. There's also a common myth that hazelnuts are too high in fat or calories to be healthy for diabetics. But the truth is, fat doesn't spike blood sugar, especially not when it's the right kind of fat. The monounsaturated fats in hazelnuts not only improve satiety, making you feel full longer, but also enhance the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. In fact, combining hazelnuts with other antioxidant-rich foods, like berries, spinach, or turmeric, can actually amplify their nutrient power by increasing bioavailability. That's the beauty of nutrient synergy. When eaten the right way, hazelnuts don't just add to your health, they multiply it. Here's a simple diabetic-friendly recipe that maximizes all those benefits. Take 1 ounce of dry roasted hazelnuts and combine them with half cup plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt, half teaspoon cinnamon, and a handful of fresh blueberries. You can also add a tiny drizzle of stevia-sweetened vanilla extract if desired. This snack delivers a perfectly balanced mix of fiber, protein, fat, and antioxidants, ideal for keeping blood sugar stable, reducing cravings, and feeding the gut with prebiotic fiber from the nuts and polyphenols from the blueberries. It works great as a mid-morning snack or even a light dinner add-on. One important precaution. While hazelnuts are packed with nutrients, they are also calorie-dense, so portion control matters, especially for diabetics managing weight. Stick to no more than 1 ounce per day unless advised otherwise by your doctor or dietitian. Also, always choose raw or dry roasted unsalted varieties. Avoid any hazelnuts that are chocolate-coated, sugar-glazed, oil-fried, or included in processed snacks. Those will spike your blood sugar and cancel out the benefits. By the way, where are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments below. It's always incredible to see how far this diabetes healthcare community reaches around the world. Now let's move to the next powerful nut. Second on list, cashews. Cashews are often misunderstood in the world of diabetes. Creamy, mildly sweet, and naturally satisfying, they're sometimes seen as dangerous because of their slightly higher carbohydrate content compared to other nuts. But when consumed in moderation and in the right form, cashews are not only safe for most diabetics, but incredibly beneficial. Despite having a higher glycemic index than almonds or walnuts, cashews still rank low overall, with a glycemic index around 22, making them a low GI food. The key lies in portion control and pairing, because when cashews are integrated into a balanced diet, they become a powerful tool for improving insulin sensitivity, reducing inflammation, and even protecting against diabetic nerve and kidney complications. Let's start with the nutritional breakdown. A 1 ounce serving of raw cashews, about 18 whole nuts, provides approximately 157 calories, 12 grams of fat, 5.2 grams of protein, 9.2 grams of carbohydrates, and 0.9 grams of fiber. While the carb count is higher than many other nuts, it's paired with heart-healthy, monounsaturated fats and an abundance of micronutrients that directly impact diabetic health. That same ounce gives you 69% of your daily value, DV for copper, 20% for magnesium, 15% for manganese, 13% for phosphorus, 10% for iron, and smaller but meaningful amounts of zinc, selenium, and vitamin K. These nutrients are essential for blood sugar control, nerve function, red blood cell production, and cellular repair. all areas that are taxed in people living with diabetes. One of the most important contributions cashews offer is their magnesium content. Magnesium is a critical mineral for glucose transport across cell membranes. Many diabetics are deficient in magnesium without knowing it, which leads to insulin resistance and poor glucose clearance after meals. Cashews help correct that. One research study showed that moderate daily intake of cashews led to a 14% improvement in insulin sensitivity and a reduction in fasting glucose levels in adults with type 2 diabetes, particularly when combined with other low GI foods. The monounsaturated fats in cashews, especially oleic acid, help reduce inflammation in blood vessels and improve the flexibility of arterial walls, lowering blood pressure and reducing cardiovascular risks associated with long-term diabetes. Cashews are also remarkably beneficial for nerve health. They contain a compound known as anacardic acid, which has anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective properties. Combined with copper and iron, these compounds support the synthesis of neurotransmitters and myelin, the insulating sheath around nerves that deteriorates in diabetic neuropathy. For diabetics who struggle with tingling or burning sensations in the hands and feet, the trace minerals and healthy fats in cashews offer a gentle form of support, nourishing the nerves and restoring electrical signaling over time. When it comes to kidney protection, cashews offer indirect but meaningful support. Their magnesium and manganese content help regulate blood pressure and reduce the strain on the glomeruli, the tiny filters inside the kidneys that become damaged when blood sugar remains elevated. By lowering systemic inflammation and improving vascular tone, cashews can help preserve kidney function and reduce the progression of diabetic nephropathy, especially when combined with a low-sodium, whole food diet. Cashews are also beneficial for immune strength thanks to their rich supply of copper, zinc, and iron. These minerals are essential for the production of white blood cells and enzymes that combat oxidative stress. For diabetics whose immune systems are often overtaxed or underperforming due to high glucose, these minerals help strengthen first-line defenses and reduce the risk of infections, delayed wound healing, and fatigue. And it doesn't stop there. Cashews also offer unique benefits for skin repair and fertility, two areas frequently overlooked in diabetic care. The high zinc and selenium content supports hormone balance and reproductive health in both men and women, improving testosterone levels, egg quality, and reducing oxidative damage to DNA. Meanwhile, copper and plant antioxidants in cashews play a vital role in collagen production, helping repair damaged skin barriers, reduce signs of premature aging, and promote wound healing, especially important for diabetics prone to skin dryness or delayed tissue regeneration. Another overlooked advantage lies in gut health. Cashews serve as prebiotic fuel for beneficial bacteria in the colon, particularly those that produce butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid known to reduce systemic inflammation, improve insulin receptor sensitivity, and regulate appetite signals. By enhancing butyrate production, cashews not only support stable blood sugar, but also help calm mood swings, reduce cravings, and improve emotional eating control, an issue many diabetics struggle with during stress or fatigue. Some people still believe the myth that cashews are too starchy or fattening for diabetics. But that misunderstanding comes from comparing roasted, salted, or sugar-coated cashews to their raw, unsalted counterparts. The truth is, raw cashews contain resistant starch, a type of carbohydrate that acts more like fiber in the gut, slowing digestion, feeding beneficial bacteria, and improving glucose metabolism. When eaten in controlled portions and not combined with added sugar or oils, cashews can be part of a highly effective diabetic meal plan. Here's a simple diabetic-friendly recipe that balances flavor, blood sugar, and nutrition beautifully. Soak 1 ounce of raw cashews overnight in water. In the morning, blend them with 1/2 cup unsweetened almond milk, a pinch of cinnamon, a dash of vanilla extract, and 1 to 2 frozen strawberries. This creates a creamy, blood sugar-friendly smoothie packed with plant-based protein, healthy fats, antioxidants, and slow-digesting carbs, ideal for breakfast or a midday snack that won't spike your glucose. Cashews can also serve a special purpose for diabetics who experience blood sugar drops during the night. Their healthy fats and slow-releasing carbohydrates make them a smart bedtime snack, providing a steady trickle of energy and reducing the risk of nocturnal hypoglycemia, a condition where blood sugar drops too low during sleep, triggering restlessness or frequent nighttime urination. One precaution to be aware of: cashews are relatively high in oxalates, natural compounds that may increase the risk of kidney stones in susceptible individuals. If you have a history of oxalate kidney stones or advanced kidney disease, consult your doctor before consuming them regularly. Also, always opt for raw or dry roasted cashews without added oils or salt. Commercial roasted varieties often include inflammatory seed oils that cancel out many of the nut's benefits. And here's a fun fact. Unlike most nuts, cashews aren't technically nuts at all. They're seeds that grow outside the cashew apple, a juicy tropical fruit native to Brazil. While the fruit itself is high in vitamin C and used medicinally to fight inflammation, the seed below it, once stripped of its toxic shell, is what we call the cashew. Through careful processing, it becomes a creamy, versatile superfood with the potential to help diabetics restore nerve health, regulate blood sugar, improve fertility, and calm the gut-brain connection all at once. Third on list, pecans. Pecans may be best known for their role in sweet, sticky pies, but strip away the sugar and you're left with one of the most underappreciated healing foods for diabetes. With a naturally buttery taste, soft texture, and low carbohydrate load, pecans are far more than a festive ingredient. They're a therapeutic snack with profound blood sugar balancing properties. The glycemic index of pecans is an incredibly low 10, which means they barely affect blood glucose levels, even when consumed on their own. But what's even more impressive is how pecans improve insulin sensitivity, calm inflammation, and protect the very organs diabetes tends to harm most. Let's begin with what just 1 ounce of raw pecans delivers. About 19 halves, totaling 196 calories, 20.4 grams of fat, 2.6 grams of protein, and 2.7 grams of fiber. Over 70% of the fat in pecans is monounsaturated, specifically oleic acid, which improves cholesterol ratios and reduces visceral belly fat linked to insulin resistance. That same ounce also provides 64% of the daily value, DV for manganese, 17% for copper, 12% for zinc, 8% for magnesium, and modest doses of thiamine, phosphorus, and polyphenols, all critical for diabetics managing oxidative stress, blood sugar regulation, and chronic inflammation. What truly sets pecans apart is their role in reducing post-meal glucose spikes and supporting the insulin response. One clinical study found that participants with type 2 diabetes who consumed a daily dose of pecans experienced a 12% reduction in insulin resistance markers within 8 weeks. The combination of unsaturated fats, magnesium, fiber, and polyphenols slows gastric emptying, meaning food digests more gradually, leading to more stable blood sugar levels and fewer episodes of reactive hypoglycemia. For diabetics who struggle with energy crashes after meals, pecans help restore equilibrium. Pecans are also rich in ellagic acid and flavonoids, plant-based compounds that have been shown to reduce ages, advanced glycation end products, which accumulate in diabetics and damage blood vessels, nerves, and kidneys. By lowering ages and improving endothelial function, how well your blood vessels expand, pecans help protect the kidneys from albumin leakage and preserve filtration efficiency. That's crucial, since kidney damage is one of the silent threats that progresses unnoticed in many people with diabetes until it's too late. But the protection doesn't stop at the kidneys. For the nervous system, pecans deliver zinc, vitamin E, and copper, all vital for preserving the myelin sheath, the protective insulation around nerves that deteriorates in diabetic neuropathy. When the myelin sheath is damaged, nerves misfire or fail to transmit signals, causing pain, numbness, or burning sensations in the hands and feet. The antioxidant and mineral synergy in pecans helps maintain this crucial nerve lining, reducing discomfort and preserving nerve function over time. Pecans also feed another critical system often overlooked in diabetes, the gut-brain glucose axis. The fiber and healthy fats in pecans act as nourishment for the gut microbiome, encouraging the growth of bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, like butyrate. These SCFAs reduce systemic inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity at the cellular level, and even help stabilize mood and reduce cravings, an important benefit for diabetics who experience emotional eating or erratic energy dips tied to blood sugar instability. The digestive system benefits further from pecans' ability to slow carbohydrate absorption and buffer high GI foods. And when pecans are paired with antioxidant-rich fruits like blueberries or thin apple slices, the effect becomes even more powerful. This combination enhances nutrient synergy, allowing better absorption of fat-soluble antioxidants while further blunting glucose spikes. It's a smart strategy for turning a simple snack into a therapeutic meal component, especially for those managing both diabetes and metabolic syndrome. Some people wrongly believe pecans are too rich or too high in calories for a diabetic diet, but that's a myth that needs debunking. The richness of pecans comes from healthy fats, not harmful sugars or starches. These fats actually help diabetics by increasing satiety, improving lipid profiles, and blunting blood sugar spikes from other foods when pecans are eaten as part of a balanced meal. The key is portion control and purity, raw or dry roasted, unsalted, and uncoated in sugar or oils. Here's a diabetic-friendly recipe that balances flavor and blood sugar beautifully. Toss 1 ounce of chopped pecans with half-sliced avocado, half-cup chopped cucumber, 1 tablespoon extra virgin olive oil, and a splash of lemon juice. Add a pinch of sea salt and cracked black pepper. This savory, crunchy, cooling side salad delivers healthy fats, fiber, potassium, and antioxidants, all without a blood sugar spike. You can serve it alongside grilled chicken or tofu for a perfect low GI meal that supports insulin balance and digestive comfort. There is one precaution to be aware of with pecans. Although rare, individuals with tree nut allergies should avoid pecans, and those with gallbladder issues may want to moderate high-fat nut intake. Also, avoid pecans sold in candied or glazed forms, which often contain added sugars, corn syrup, and harmful oils. Instead, choose whole, raw, or dry roasted varieties with no added ingredients. And here's a fun fact that many don't realize. Pecans are the only major tree nut native to North America. Indigenous peoples prize them as medicine and sustenance, using them not just for food, but also for healing wounds, boosting stamina, and restoring strength after illness. Modern science is just catching up to that wisdom, confirming that pecans support immune resilience, hormonal function, and even reproductive health in diabetics. The zinc and manganese in pecans play a critical role in sperm health, ovulation, and cellular repair. Final thought. When it comes to managing diabetes naturally, the nuts you choose can make all the difference. Hazelnuts aren't just a crunchy snack. They protect your nerves, lower blood sugar, and improve insulin function from the inside out. Pecans go even further, reducing inflammation, improving heart health, and feeding your gut microbiome in ways that stabilize glucose long after the meal is over. And cashews? They may have been misunderstood, but science now shows they support hormone balance, repair skin, reduce nighttime crashes, and enhance insulin sensitivity when eaten the right way. The key isn't just what you eat, it's how you eat it. 1 ounce a day raw or dry roasted, and paired with whole foods can deliver real healing. If this video helped you, give it a like, subscribe for more diabetes-friendly nutrition guides, and share in the comments. Which of these 3 surprised you the most? Your insight could help someone else finally take back control of their blood sugar naturally.